Man, if only Monokuma would step on me like he's getting stepped on. Yeah. Whoa! I'm sorry, are you lost? Well, you're at Hope Speak Academy classroom, and my name's Professor Fair. Right now, I'm actually grading the Hope Speak Academy students. No, not their papers, the actual students. Now, I know what you're asking. Wait, can professors grade their students? That sounds unethical as hell. Probably, but my name's Professor Fair, so it's fair game. So we're good. Let's do it. Come hang out. I have a website for this, so come see what we got. Let's get into this. We're going to be going down every single one of these characters. I am a professor at Hope Speak. I should know everybody here. Obviously. Who is this? Wait, what? I'm sorry. Oh, all right. Well, I can look them up too. I guess I'll look up on the internet, or I mean the official transcript database, whatever Hope Speak uses. All right, let's get to work. So we got S, A, B, C, D, and F. A typical. Well, we're going to change this because we're grading them. We're going to change this to A+. There we go. Now it's an official grade. And then I'll add another category of C-. I think that's a good idea. So C- just means they aren't a D, but they also aren't a C. I think that's fair. You know. All right, let's get going. Let's start with Akane. All right. I'm gonna put her C tier. So I like Akane pretty well. She's pretty fun. The problem with her is that she's really dumb. And I don't know, she also has a very weird backstory. I don't know why they had to add it like that. She was basically poor and was kind of touched on and stuff. And plus, she is the ultimate gymnast, but she's like built like a fucking tank Amazonian. And I don't know, it'd be more like she should be like the ultimate basketball star rather than like gymnast. But I mean, because gymnasts, like especially female gymnasts, they're like little tiny things, right? Like we can look this up. The tallest one is 5'9". How tall is Akane? Oh, she's only 5'7". Never mind. You know what? I mean, why does she always seem so tall to me? She always seems so tall. She's only 5'7". That's reasonable. Okay. All right. I'm convinced. She's a survivor. She does a really good job with the cases for the most part. She doesn't get in the way, at least, where some other of the Danganronpa 2 cast do just get in the way. She's dumb, but she has a big heart. She likes Nekomaru. Them two are pretty bros together. And yeah, she's pretty great. I like the character. She's fun. So yeah, I'll give her a B just because I was wrong. Ooh, Angie. Who do I like her more? I think in general, yeah, I'm gonna put Angie in the B tier as well. No, probably a higher C. Yeah. So Angie, what's interesting about her is that she's not only the ultimate artist, but she's basically the ultimate cult leader. And that's interesting thing about Danganronpa V3 is that they kind of like have these parallels with all these different their characters, and including just two different talents. And hers seems to be like she's just really good at getting people to come together and to her crazy cult. But I like her. I think she's. I know some people would put her lower just because they don't like the Atua and it's annoying, and I'm like, that's fair. But I think that she has some redeeming qualities. I think she has a big heart. In all honesty, I think she actually does care about people, but she uses Atua as like a way to distance herself from them. And we see that with some of the free time with her and Shuichi, and she basically has a crush on Shuichi. Okay, like, and I think this is pretty much canon. Like, if you play it, it's what it seems like. And that's what I like about Angie. I think she's she's pretty good. I think C's a good place for her. Aoi Asahina. Ooh, man, am I lowballing myself early? I may be. I think she's high B. I think she's high B. I like her more in Akane. Basically, a similar role. She has some really good moments. She's a pivotal person in one of the best chapters of all of Danganronpa, Chapter 4 of the first game. Sakura Ugami, very emotional moments with her. She's a lot of fun. She's funny. She has the donut thing. And who doesn't like a girl that likes donuts, you know? I'm just saying. Byakuya Togami. Okay, so I have issues with Togami. My number one issue is that this is high C, I guess. My number one issue with him is that he's supposed to be this genius and he's a badass, but he's a fucking dumbass throughout like every trial, just for some reason. And you know, I know it's supposed to be for the game and stuff like that, but we later get characters that are put into situations that are incredibly intelligent, that are antagonistic to the protagonist, and they aren't dumb, you know. And Togami was just acting like really stupid and surprised at some points. I do like some of his moments, which is especially in Chapter 4. Yeah, I think he goes there. I think he goes there. Celestia Ludenberg. I'm putting you in D. All right, so I know a lot of people like Celestia Ludenberg, but that's just because of the way she looks, and she kind of upholds herself, and her talent's super cool. But other than that, she's fucking weird, and like there's this weird moment in the manga where they just reanimate her in a completely different style, and she looks fucking like gross and nasty. I think it's a reference probably to another manga, but it's pretty funny. She's a disgusting person. She's basically a low-class person who's really good at lying and faking her way through the world, and is like, oh, I'm actually super cool and noble and everything else, and I have a fake accent. And I do like how the English dub represents her. I think they do a pretty accurate job with it. I think they should have given her like a "Sally Rat Trash" accent or something. But yeah, she has the worst trial, I think, in all of Danganronpa. She aligns herself with Hifumi, which I'm like, what person in their right mind would do that? It was so sloppy because she just wanted to look cool to get money. Her motivation for killing was absurd. She took out a fantastic guy like Ishimaru, who was just got out of being traumatized. You know what I mean? He got motivation, and he would have made it all the way if it wasn't for her convincing Hifumi to kill him. So she's disgusting, and I don't like her as a character much. And I know, you know, if you want like gambling, cool addict, cute girl, Katagiri exists. You know what I mean? Just fucking watch that. Chiaki. If we were just talking about Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, A+ easy, no problem. But the problem is Chiaki was ruined in Danganronpa 3, so we're putting her in A tier, probably low A, because she was so cool in Danganronpa 2. She was the best girl, literally. She had Hajime's back. Hajime and her were smitten. It was super awesome, and they just gone and fucking ruined it for no reason, you know. So, but with Danganronpa 3, what I don't like about it is that, for one, they basically change up her entire personality compared to the Danganronpa 2, because in Danganronpa, whenever they first meet, she's like playing video games, she just zones out. It's like, oh wow, that's just like Chiaki. And then they make her like school rep. She punches people, she motivates them crazy hard. I don't know. I just rather have lazy, cute girl that rises to the occasion just because she's super talented. I think that's more fun. And she sacrificed herself so well in Danganronpa 2. She really gave it her all for the love of her friends. It's super cool. They tried to do something similar in Danganronpa 3. I just don't think it worked out. It just looked a little sloppy, and I don't like the mass brainwashing. I think Junko should have went to each one of the characters individually and brainwashed them one at a time, kind of joining them into the fold. I think that would have made sense. Chihiro Fujisaki. I'm thinking B. I'm thinking lower B behind Akane. Because Fujisaki's a bro. He's a bro. He's a fantastic bro. He does a lot of stuff in the game that is phenomenal. Like, now, he is able to create alter ego out of nothing. Basically, they found a laptop. It's like, I'm going to make an AI now. He didn't even, like, make the AI before. They said that they were working on it, you know? But he was able to successfully make alter ego, which is a fucking crazy task. Now, I theorize that in reality, alter ego was just encrypted into the laptop, and he just got access to it and started putting in the information necessary for the AI to, like, think about their current situation. It's possible. That would make sense with the story, the lore, like, because they've been there for so long. Fujisaki worked on the Neo World program, so, and alter egos in that, so it would make sense, you know. But B tier, fantastic guy, you know, fucking love him. D. Okay. The reason why I'm putting her a D above Celestia Lunenburg is because she has a fantastic talent. I think it's cool. Ultimate Housekeeper. And she's pretty cool with it. It kind of reminds me of Toko. But that's about it. The love triangle thing wasn't that interesting. I don't think it's that interesting. She's too much of a go-getter. She really loves school so much. And that's kind of creepy. Specifically Hope's Peak. And Hope's Peak's not a place that people, like, necessarily should look fondly of with what we've seen. I know she had her friends, but her friends are assholes, so it doesn't really give her much. So, like, I just never got into her, you know? Oh, you know what? I guess I'll put you at D, at low D. We don't know much about this character. Daisaku Bandai, I totally didn't have to look it up at all. Because he was very vague, very brief. I don't think they even said his name. I think they introduced his scrolling thing, and then he dies, basically. I don't know why they gave him such a high-pitched voice, but I don't know. I guess that's supposed to be funny. And the Ultimate Farmer is a pretty interesting talent to have during this time, but we just didn't know much about him, so he's getting in the D tier, bro. Kuzuryu. I think higher B. Yeah. Kuzuryu has some good moments, you know? Peko and him, fantastic. He has a cool talent. I like Chibi, like Baby Gangsta. That's funny as shit. Like, you know, Chibi Yakuza. That's awesome. Kind of funny moments there. Early on, he's kind of an antagonist. As I said before, he could be the antagonist in 2x2. That would be kind of fun. And yeah, you know, he doesn't get in the way of the trials. He does the best he can. Yeah, I think that's fine. B tier. Oh, Genocider Jack. I'm going with low C. Low C. Genocider Jack is an asshole, and has killed people. And I never really got into the tongue aesthetic. Obsessed with Byakuya. The scissors is weird. There are positives, I guess. You know what? Put you higher than Akane. You know, I think I changed my mind. Because Ultra Despair Girls was great. And Genocider Jack was a badass in it. She took down so many fucking Monokumas. She was pretty prominent within the story too. And I like how her and Toko share emotions. So she's not just a mindless monster. She's not just trying to, you know, do whatever. She actually cares for Komaru, which is super cute. Because Toko is like, I don't care about you, so leave, I'm going to kill you, or whatever. But in reality, she's like, oh, yeah, I care about you. I'm not going to hurt you, bro. I like you, you know? It's really sad. And I like how she stabs, what's that fucker's, Nagito's name? I think that's kind of funny. Gonta. What do you mean Gonta? I think we're going with low A, man. Gonta was great. He was, I think, my favorite big character of all of them. So there you go. Spoilers on the other ones. Gonta was a badass through and through. He had like superhuman vision. We find that out whenever he was looking for the mono bugs. He likes bugs, and I think it's funny he gets angry whenever people don't like bugs. Him being raised by wolves is fucking wild, and he has some great moments. The Chapter 4 trial is amazing, and he has a great execution. The alter ego Gonta, great mystery wrapped around it, perfect for showing off Kokichi and his like maliciousness. Totally A tier, man. Oh, the Great Gozu. Isn't that his name? The Great Gozu? Yeah! Boom! I am a Danganronpa expert. You fucks can't say I'm not. Yeah, the Great Gozu, A tier. A+ tier, man. This dude's great. I love his aesthetics. He's a fucking former pro wrestler, super high school level wrestler, whatever. He's a fucking, like, he has a bowl on, and, like, he has the suit. He looks so good. And, yeah, he's one of the bros, man. He was protecting Naegi up until the end. I would have liked to see more of him. Compared to who else we got in that, you know, this is a great spot for him. Gundam Tanaka. You know, I'm on the Gundam train now. I'll put him in A tier. I think it's fair. He's a great guy. I like the hamsters. I think they're cute. And Danganronpa 3. Sorry, Gundam. You're now in B+ tier because Danganronpa 3 ruined you, I think. So, what I liked about Gundam. Oh, I love demons and I'm one with hell and, you know, things like that. Funny as shit. Great voice acting in the English dub. He does so good. And he has all this like personality of like this dark edgy boy. But he's just a breeder. And here he has hamsters. That's funny. That's cool. That's hilarious. And the breeders shouldn't be like god tier, able to protect people from all animals ever. That's an absurd. He's not an animal tamer. He's not a super zoologist. He's a fucking breeder. He breeds hamsters. That's what he does. But then in Danganronpa 3, they're like, oh, he has a lion that he is taming, and he has an elephant that he is around, and stuff like that. And he's an expert with all of them. And I'm like, this doesn't make any fucking sense, you know? So, I'm putting you in B+. I do like you in Danganronpa 2. One of the best trials in all the series, in Danganronpa 2, Chapter 4. Top tiered man. Top tier man. Ooh. All right. Haiji Toa. We don't need to go any further. Continuing on, Hajime Hinata. Woo! My man. I love this guy. He's great. Look, the Danganronpa 2 cast are so fucking whack. I'll put them in A right here next to Chiaki. They're going to stay together probably. They're a package deal, man. So, Hajime. What I like about Hajime is, like, the Danganronpa 2 cast are just so wacky. Like, they have such explosive personalities compared to the first game. And what I like about him is that he's constantly reacting to them. And he's constantly having to deal with them. It's great. And he's a lot of fun. He takes everything on the cheek. And, yeah, I can't complain about him at all. All right, moving on. Hifumi. I hate Hifumi so much. He fucking sucks balls. Nobody likes him. Nobody should like him. So, a few things about him is that he was a piece of crap before he became an ultimate. At one point, he was, like, yelling at girls to make them cry. Like, that was just weird. I don't know why he did that. He is obsessed with the weirdest fucking character, the angel demon pretty pudgy pretty princess Piggles. And it's weird with that backstory because he like he slept and then he woke up from a dream where they were on a date, and then he's just like, oh, I want to make stuff to embarrass her. And I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, you're disgusting. You're gross. If you're like Hifumi out there, change your ways. So with that, Hifumi's getting an F. His trial sucked. I was hoping. I always have a character, except in V3. At V3, I felt like it then at the time. So like when I start one of these games, I'm like, I want this person to be dead first. Hifumi was that person. Himiko Yameno, the ultimate mage. I'm actually A tier. I know a lot of people don't like Himiko, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But Himiko has a fantastic growth arc. I like the ultimate mage, ultimate magician kind of play. I think that's a lot of fun. I think that's funny. And yeah, I think she's a survivor. She has some really good trial moments. She's involved in chapter 2 and chapter 3 like directly. And then the chapter 5 trials just go unhinged. With her, she kind of helps out. And chapter 4, if I remember right, in chapter 4, she was just like super excited to like be in her. It was like wishy-washy if she liked her avatar in chapter 4 of V3. That's so funny. She's great. She's a comic relief. She's like Hagakure, but she has like emotional growth like Kozuryu, and her talent's kind of funny. I think she's a shitty magician though. Like I think that's the only thing that would like I say that's bad about her, but that's okay. You know, all can be good. Ooh, MILF mom. Hagakure MILF. C-, you know. She's okay, but like she doesn't do much in the story other than just be a representative of some of the survivors. And particularly the surviving human adults. So, but she doesn't actually do much. She's just supposed to be hot and say cute things like, oh, aren't you guys sweet and cuties, and I smoke a cigarette or whatever. I mean, I guess, I could smoke a cigarette and be cute and get boobs. Hiyoko Saionji. All right, so D tier. I never liked her. I think she was annoying and dumb. I don't think she's as bad as Hifumi in this level. Okay, so F is like fucking gone. You know what I mean? F doesn't. So you know how and what would be like D is 60, and C is 70, B is 80. F, this just means like 30. You know what I mean? To 0. Fuck these people. She's D, low D, but what? I just don't like her personality. I think she's annoying, and she's a cry bully. You know what I mean? Like, well, not exactly. She's more like a cry baby bully, and that's fucking embarrassing, And I'm not a big fan of the lolly aesthetic. I don't like the plot twist of like, oh, she grew and bloomed or whatever. And I don't like her relationship with one of the better characters of that game. And I don't know, man. And her death was crap. Sorry, but you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Man, how does she do it? She was like, Ibuki Mio, duh. Put it together, and what do you get? Ibuki Miota. Super cute. Yeah. I like her. I think she's, but she doesn't really do much. Put her in top of C. Top of C. I think that's fair. Because like she doesn't help out too much in the trials. I think she helps out in the first one a little bit, and she has some very funny moments, and she got axed down in a pretty rough way, and she doesn't add too much drama. And I can't wait to see her more in Danganronpa 2x2. I know she has a lot of fan base, but the problem is, it's like, okay, cool, but what else is there? Her talent's cool. I like her backstory a bit, but the music is trash, and that's part of the joke and how funny it is, because she's like an artiste, rather than just like a rock star, and that's what's kind of funny too. I think she's. I get her here. I think it's fair. She's not a survivor. She doesn't make it all the way through. She doesn't get as many cool moments, but yeah, I think it's fair. All right. Ooh, my man. Uzuru Kamakura. All right. Pretty bland of a character, to be honest with you, but he's such a badass and talent, he's got to at least be at C. I'll put him below Ibuki. I think Ibuki's more interesting in general, but yeah, he's a badass. He has some cool moments in the anime. Actually made, I think the anime is the only thing that was enhanced by the anime was basically him and how cool he was. And I don't think I regret putting him here. Yeah, I think that's fair. Jotaro. Let's put Jotaro. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of any of the kids and the idea of the little ultimates. You know? I don't think he's D tier, but I'll put him in C-. I think that's fair. I like that he's actually a pretty boy, but he says how ugly he is and stuff like that, how nobody likes him. But nobody does like him, so it makes sense. So yeah, I think it's fair to put him here. And I think a lot of the Ultra Despair class may get here. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, there's not much to say about him. He was annoying. So, Jin Kirigiri. We don't see him much, man. It's weird how he's the headmaster, but he's actually not that... he's not used much in Danganronpa 3. I think he should have been way more prominent in that. I don't know why he wasn't, but I guess that's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's go with Junko Enoshima. As a character, A. Her design's really cool. Her talent's kind of interesting, unique with the not only Ultimate Despair, but like the Ultimate Fashionista. That's kind of funny how she's like the despaired one or whatever. Her personality changes are kind of fun. Yeah, I like Junko. I think Junko up there. All right, we got Juzo. All right, Juzo, where are we putting you? Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the love triangle plot twist and stuff like that. He's the ultimate boxer, and so he just punches people. He's a big asshole in the trying to kill each other killing game of Danganronpa 3, so I don't like that at all. He redeems himself, though. You know what? I'm shifted. Yeah, you know, you get low C. Not C-, okay? Yeah, he does redeem himself. He saves Makoto. He saves himself, risks his life to save everyone. He is the reason why everyone gets to live, basically. So, works out pretty well. Yeah. Kaede Akamatsu. I fucking love Kaede. Better than Gozu. Kaede's fucking great. Fantastic character. A+. I like how she has like a little bossiness to her, but she's just trying to take control of like a very complex situation, and her motivation is just, I just want to have friends because everyone says I'm a weirdo because I like piano. And I think she was excited to go to Hope's Peak Academy because it's like, oh, I get to go and meet other people that are eccentric about their stuff, and she wanted to learn about their stuff. She talked about piano, but it's like she didn't nerd out about it. She was interested in what other people's interests were too. Whenever they got into like hard times, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna, we're gonna get out of this." So I don't know, and she's really cute. I love it. So with that, let's go to we're getting you A tier, buddy. We got my man Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars. Fantastic guy, man. I love him so much. He does such good work in the chapter 5 of V3. It's a fantastic moment for him. He's pretty interesting of a character. I'm gonna eventually, I need to really buckle down and do it, but I'm gonna be doing a YouTube video about him later because I think he's an interesting guy, and there's some hidden mysteries with him. We'll get into it, but yeah, A tier. Love his personality. Funny thing, like whenever they talk about how he like faked his way to going to astronomy school, basically, it really reminded me of Captain Kirk, because Kaito cheated on Tess, and they're like, you know what? Even though you cheated, you're in. Captain Kirk cheated on Tess, and you're like, you know what? You cheated, but you're in. It's basically the same thing. Well, although Captain Kirk cheated to become like a captain or commander. That's what he had to do in the Kobayashi Maru. Fun fact, Kodaka used to go to film school, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's watched Wrath of Khan and got inspiration from Wrath of Khan. That dude probably watched a lot of film while in film school. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if that was one of them. Oh shit, Leon's cousin. What's her name? I know her name. Kanon Nakajima. I totally knew it, and I didn't have to look it up at all. Yeah, she's great. I actually like her. She's pretty cool. You don't see her much. You see her in the Danganronpa another episode. You know what I mean? With Hagakure. She's running around with Hagakure. It's a pretty good moment with her. I like how she's rich. She wears a bunch of makeup. She feels like she could have been an ultimate of something. You know what I mean? Is how they wrote her out to be. I'm definitely putting her in B tier, but do I like her Monokuzuryu? Right here. That's really good. Yeah. You know what? I'm moving Chihiro. Your lord. Yeah, I need you to put IB. We'll put you there. There we go. Okay, that looks better. That looks way cleaner. Ooh, Kazuichi Soda. Ultimate Engineer. Everybody needs to understand how awesome this guy is. You know what I mean? I think he was at the airport whenever they first got to the island. And he was like, oh, you know what? I could fix some of these planes if only... He could what? I'm sorry? If only had like certain parts and stuff or fuel or something. And it was just like, you can what? Fix a plane? Like, that's fucking badass. This dude is a badass. He is basically useful almost every chapter. He makes something that helps us out with the story. And yeah, he's quick on his feet, but he's kind of a dummy, and he's scaredy cat, and he has the love triangle thing with Sonya. So it's a mixed bag. His personality is shit, but his talent's so cool. I'm putting him in C tier. He would be higher if he was just a little bit cooler or something. I'm putting him below. Yeah, that's a good spot. Perfect. I like it. Oh, shit. This old man. I hate him. Okay, Kazuo Tengen. All right, buddy. Yeah, I think we're going to put you in C-. Look, I think it's cool how you're an old man, but you're like fighting basically a 29-year-old guy with a sword. You know, that's pretty... Well, he's probably closer to 30 now. This 30-year-old guy with a sword. It's fucking great. You guys are running around like crazy. But your twist sucks. You didn't do anything interesting. You basically replaced Jin Kirigiri for no fucking reason. And, I mean, it's cool how you're an old man. Used to be an ultimate. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'll admit it. Kibo. We'll put you in B. We'll put you in an upper B. Put you here. Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah. Kibo's pretty good. I like Kibo. I think he's funny. Yeah, he's useful in every chapter. I like the enhancements Miyu gives him. He has like these flirty moments with her. That's kind of funny. I like all the jokes. The robot jokes are awesome. The ending for him is fantastic. Could have been a survivor, dagnabbit, but he has some great moments. The final, what was it? The rhythm game. Fantastic with him, and I like him. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for him. He's a good man. Oh, I hate this guy. This is Kurokuma. Look, you're annoying. I don't like annoying characters. I think it was weird having you around like that. And yeah, I'm putting you down here, F tier. You know, and he's like looking after the little hopes or whatever. And I know he's like supposed to be 50% of the alter ego Junko or whatever. And that's kind of a cool twist, but I don't think it's worth it. And, you know, yeah. I just don't like annoying characters. He just talks a lot and yells. Okay. Ooh. Kirumi! All right, let's do it, buddy. We are going... I'm leaning towards B. Yeah, I think right there. Perfect. Yeah. All right. I like Aoyase no more. Yeah. So yeah, Kirumi is a pretty cool character. I like her. I think she has a really cool talent. I think she's too powerful, to be honest with you, and it doesn't even make sense. The end, but you know, if you can interpret the entire end of V3 and parse out what you want on that, but. I like the ultimate mage. She's just super cool, super chill, ready to serve. She becomes like the mommy of the group, basically, when it comes to like, not as a leader. She doesn't like lead them, but she like corrects weird behavior. And Kokichi is like scared of her, kinda. She has a pretty good trial. It's not too bad. She makes some weird mistakes that I don't think was necessary. I think she could have gotten away with it easier, but you know, whatever. All right, with that, let's go on. Ishimaru. Yeah, I think low C, buddy. You know, I don't mind you much. I think that you had some personality, but I don't think you just had the... You just couldn't get there, man. I think you could have survived. It really sucks that you didn't. And I also don't like the whole idea of the moral compass thing. I know it's supposed to be the disciplinary committee member, and basically that's just hall monitor. I think they should have just done that. They should have been like, you're the hall monitor. Ultimate hall monitor. And we could have laughed at it a little bit more of the absurdity of it, rather than just them trying to hide out the moral compass thing. Okay, Koichi. You know what? I think you're getting higher than I expect. Low B. Yeah. This guy here is pretty chill. I like how he saved Kirigiri. He risked himself for it. We kind of realized that he's actually a good man. He, I think, screwed up a lot, but yeah, I think there's a good spot for him. Oh boy, Kokichi A+. Okay, I've actually had to simmer over through this for a while now. Kokichi is the best antagonist of the series. He's fantastic. He's a cool liar. He's very interesting. I don't think he has a bad bone in his body. What he did to Gonta, I don't know if that's accurately depicting everything with what happened there. And yeah, good overall character. Can't complain. 10 out of 10 antagonist. I can't wait to see what we get in future Danganronpa games. All right. Ooh, hello. Komaru. Where do we put ya? Yeah, right there. That looks good. Yeah. C tier. Not as good as Angie. Better than Soda. So she is the protagonist of Ultra Despair Girl. She has some cool moments in that, but I don't know if she doesn't. Her motivations are a little bit weird. You know. She wants to be friends with Toko, and that's what's her main motivator. Pretty cute. Has some cool moments. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the aesthetic. She's just basically a normal person and I'm not a big fan of the Sonic gun thing. And how she deals with the kids is a little bit different approach than I would have. I don't know. And she has some good moments in the crisis between them. I don't know why. I just don't find her as interesting as any of those other characters. Her backstory is like lame, right? Can we admit that? And then stuck inside the room for like, what would it be, 2 years? That's absurd. It doesn't make sense. That's fine. You know, I'll just put her here. She's good. I like her. Ooh, Korekio. I'm leaning toward. Let's put her. Probably a high C. Yeah, I'll put Korekio here. Look, Korekio's creepy, but he's a creepy character, and creepy characters be creepy, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'll put him in a high C. I think that he has some really good moments in the story. I think what brings him down from being in the B tier is the reveal of his motivation. and Kodaka's obsession with just constantly putting in the I incest. I don't know why he keeps doing that. He insists on it. I don't know why, but he's been doing it a lot. Seems like almost every game. I don't think Raincoat had it, thankfully, but, you know. We'll see whenever Raincoat 2 comes out. He'll put something in there about that. Oh, let's see here. This is little tiny actor girl. All right, Kodako. That's right. Okay. I had to double check. I think she's one of the more annoying of the little kids, and her motive. Nope. Not interested. I like the train though. That was kind of cool. But the teeth thing, undressing her, that was weird. She's the first one to betray Monica, which is kind of cool. But that's about it. I'll just put her in C. Higher C minus. That sounds good. Kyoko Kirigiri. We're going A, baby. Yeah, that's an A character. I think I like Kyoko better than Chiaki, to be honest with you. Chiaki, I like her ultimate ability, things like that. But Kyoko, I think, has some really cool moments in the story. We have Jin. We have her, basically confronting her father. She has her jumping down to save Makoto, which is pretty cool. When she had like the weird noodle on her head. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. Good spot. Oh, it's Kyosuke. That's his name. Okay. You lost to the old man. There we go. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he is a lame idea of hope. I think he's fucking weird and dumb. And yeah, he didn't know his best friend had feelings for him. And yeah. What the fuck is this? Isn't this like baby Kirigiri? Why? Huh? Alright, I'm putting you down. You don't need to be here. Alright. Leon. I'll put him at C minus too. I think he's the better of the C minus characters. Yeah. Look, I don't think there's anything wrong with Leon other than we don't get much with him at all. And I should probably play more Danganronpa S so maybe I could get more out of him and learn more about him. I think that'd be cool. But him just running to be a rock star, leave baseball, and then like be away from it for like 4 days, and then be like, I'm going to leave because canonically, like, he has free time events with Makoto, and he's only there for like 2 days before, like 4 days before he dies. He talks to Makoto, and it's just like, oh, I guess I do want to go back to baseball with my friends or whatever. And yeah, I'll put him there. Oh, yeah, I don't know much about this guy. He's the ultimate twins that tries to kill the main character from Danganronpa 0. I don't know them that much. I'm sorry. I'll just put them down there. All right. Oh, cool. Mihiro. Koizumi Mihiru. So Koizumi Mihiru. Yeah, I want to like this character more, but I don't think I know her that much, I wish I'd known her more. I think I would have liked her, but she's a little bossy. She becomes friends with this asshole, so that's already down. Her ultimate photography is just okay. She uses it once, but not in the way that I thought she could have. And yeah, I like her design. She's cute, and her chapter is pretty decent. But compared to some of these other ones, like yeah, I'll just put her there. Maki, that's some A-list material right there. I like Maki a lot. She's great. Ultimate assassin. She has some great moments. She has some charming moments with this guy here, and yeah, I think this is good. I think it's a good spot for her. Yeah, and all around good lady. Makoto Nayagi. I think I'll put him in A tier, but he's gonna be a lower A, so he's gonna be over here on this side. And I think that What I like him, I like him more than Junko. I like him more than Junko. Yeah. Makoto, what I like about him is that he never relents against trying to blame the dead, blame the murderers, and anything like that. He's always just right on top of it, just pointing right at Monokuma every single time. Not afraid to just say, nope, it's you. You're doing this. And I think that really frustrates. He's like, it's you. I know it's you, Monokuma. I think it's great. I think I like that about him. He's optimistic. I like the ultimate hope moment. And even in Danganronpa 3, he has some decent moments in that too. So I'll put him in A. I think this is probably this one may be my least favorite of the, this is my least favorite of the kids. I'm putting him here. I just don't like him. I think he's boring and he's dumb. And he's the one that's up in front being like, we're going to kill all the adults. Some Children of Corn shit, man. I don't know where else to put him. I guess I could have put him in F, but I don't hate him. You know what I mean? F is for the worst of the worst, you know? Oh, the ultimate therapist. Mia. Or Monica's robot. That's what I call her. Monica's robot. Monica's robot had some really cool moments, but it was just Monica. So is she really much of a character? Yeah, this isn't a real character. It's just Monica. Imagine they just put down a fucking telephone. You know what I mean? And it's just like, this is a character. It's like, no, it's Monica. I don't know. All right. Ooh, Mikon. Probably B. Yeah, I think here. Tsumugi, I think has some really cool moments, and I think I would have liked to. I wanted to fix her. You know what I mean? She was just a little traumatized girl, and she deserved better, and she didn't get it. Instead, she went and killed people because she was just randomly gotten the disease that made her crazy. And I think she has some interesting moments. The fan service. I know people don't like fan service. I'm indifferent about it. This is like a pro, con, doesn't matter to me. But, you know, I think it's funny how they make her so clumsy. That makes her pretty cute. Danganronpa 3 didn't really enhance or degrade her. One of the few people, not degrade, that's not the right word. Like, make her worse. You know what I mean? Didn't really help her, didn't favor her, didn't unfavor her. So Danganronpa 3, she comes out pretty neutral. So let's put her there. Who's this? Ooh. Miyu Iruma. I'll put you at C. Yeah. Miyu Iruma. Fantastic. Inventor. Great. Very, very talented. Probably the most talented person in Danganronpa V3. She knows it too. She's pretty funny. She's pretty fun. She has some good moments, but her motive for murder was horrible unless we read in between the lines a little bit more. So, for example, she's like, oh, I'm just ready to go, so I'm going to do everything I can. But she picks Kokichi, probably because he's the biggest threat for it. But at the same time, Kokichi's been like, you know, bullying her into making a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? And she doesn't know why. I don't know. I think something else was going on. I think it's possible Miyu and Kokichi were talking, and she's like, we need to use this stuff, and Kokichi has some sort of blackmail on her. Said, no, we can't yet. We have to wait. And she got impatient. I think that's probably what happened. I don't know. Just a theory. But yeah, I'll put her at C. I think she has some funny moments. I think she's a good comic relief character, and she's very talented. And her murder was mid, but it was pretty interesting to watch, you know? So I'll put her there. Ooh, Monica. Not a big fan of Monica. I'll put her at C- though. Actually, I'll put her at high D. Yeah. I'll put her at high D. I think all these characters are better than Monica. Monica's an asshole. She goes around on a wheelchair, but she's faking it. So, okay. She kills this person and uses them throughout there, and I'm like, okay. And she is supposed to be the reason Monokumas exist. Okay. Like, it's just a bunch of these weird things about her that I don't think are that interesting or fun. And I think she's just kind of like a loophole generator. She's like, I'm just going to tie up loopholes just by existing. And I don't think her relationship with any of the other little ultimates is that interesting. So yeah, I think that's a good spot for her. Mondo Ohara. Yeah, I'm not too big a fan of Mondo either. So Mondo going... I don't like his backstory too much. I don't really understand Japanese biker gang culture, but it's kind of weird how he has this like huge biker gang, and like unless he's perfect, the biker gang is gone. And it's like, but like, isn't the motivator money? Like that's like American biker gangs' motivation's money. Urban gangs, their motivation's money. But for them, it's like one random guy with a pompadour. That's kind of weird. His murder was horrific, but and there's some, not his murder. The murder he committed was horrific. He's a scumbag guy. His design's okay. Yeah, I think I would put him in C-. That's just how I feel about him. I don't know. Just couldn't get into the character. I know some people like him, but. Oh, we got the Mono Cubs? Holy Toledo. We got the Mono Cubs in all of them. Okay, sounds good. I just put them in D's and F's because I do think they are annoying. I think there's some interesting aspects to them that I like, which is... but they didn't, like, play into them. So, for example, like, they have some similar personalities to other characters that we've seen in the past. But we don't see them utilize that in any way. So, yeah, I think I'll just put him here. I think that's fine. Monokuma, you're getting an A+, buddy. I think Monokuma is a great character. I think he's a lot of fun. I think he's funny. Like, every time he's in the room, you're just like, okay, what are you going to say next? And then he surprises you. He does the bear puns. He does the jokes. I like a lot of his funny moments whenever he tore his own hair out and went on vacation and came back. He's like, oh, this was just my replacement while I was gone. I was on vacation. I feel better now. It's funny stuff. You know, I think he's a funny guy. Kodaka is a fantastic writer for Monokuma, and by far, he's an hilarious character. I put him in A+. I enjoy talking to him. I don't enjoy talking to the Mono Cubs. Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. We don't get to know her too well. I'm thinking here. Yeah. I think here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I feel more comfortable with that. Mukuro Ikusaba, C-. She's the ultimate soldier. Danganronpa 3 messed her up, didn't make her any better. I think they could have, because we have a reference of Mukuro Ikusaba from Danganronpa If, which is a better rendition than Danganronpa 3. For some reason, we don't get to see the same ones. We get an emotionless weirdo. Whenever Danganronpa If, she is not. She's an interesting character in that. But I'm judging off of Danganronpa 1 and Danganronpa 3. The only... Oh, man, it makes me so angry, man. She's the ultimate soldier. Pretty cool. Thing of Fenrir. Pretty fun stuff. I'll put her in C-. I just don't think that she's that interesting, that funny, or that fun. And her aesthetics are shit. She looks fucking like a literal nobody. It's not bad, but we're in a killing game. Ooh. Monami. I really don't like Monami, man. I don't like the design. I don't like any of it. Man, it's hard to pick between where you go. Probably here. There we go. Yeah, Monomi, annoying, doesn't help, gets beaten up by her brother. I don't know why she's playing along with the brother thing. I know that Monokuma's screwing with her. All right, we're done. Nagisa. I think this guy's my favorite of the kids. I think he's interesting. I think he's pretty smart. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Nagisa is pretty smart, pretty cool, level-headed, takes no nonsense, except for Monica. I like how Monica is like manipulating Nagisa through like how he feels about her and his crush, using that against him. So much so it's like horrific. And yeah, pretty interesting. Nagito. Nagito's getting an A. Yeah, right here. I think that's a good spot for you. I like Maki a little better, but Nagito has some cool moments. He has one of the best trials in the game. Chapter 5, in Danganronpa 2. Fantastic trial. He's an asshole. He's crazy. He has so much hatred and love. He shows so much love that he's willing to die and kill them for that love of the hope that's in them. And it transitions like a switch, just a light switch. He's like, now I hate you all, you know? And it's crazy. Oh, shit, what's her name again? Kuzuryu Natsumi Kuzuryu. Okay, that's her name. I think I'm putting you in F. Look, I'll put you here in F. Look, the problem is that Danganronpa 3 did give me some insight about you. I didn't mind it, and I thought it was okay, but you're being such an asshole. You basically got what was coming. Like, you start threatening people so much so that you're going to be like, I'm going to sick my henchmen to kill you so I could take your place. It's fucking wild. And you're like, nobody's going to do anything to me. You got what you deserve. I'm not saying that people deserve death, but what do you expect, dude? You're an asshole. And I know it's just like, oh, but I'm just so sad. I'm not special, whatever. And it pushed Hajime. You're just a stepping stone story arc for Hajime. That's embarrassing. You get F. You get F'd. You get F'd below Monomi. All right. Let's see here. Who's this? Nekomaru Nida. I'm putting Nekomaru just be under Leon, under C-. I'm actually not a big fan of him. I think there's positives to him, but there's a lot of negatives, including Danganronpa 3's rendition of him. I like the idea of like this big, super jacked, amazing athlete is just the manager, and that's kind of funny. I think his personality of just yelling encouragement's okay. I like how he has a little bit of emotional side. But I don't know, it just seemed like it was a little disjointed. I think he was a really stupid character. All that he was there to do was to give Akane motivation and turn into a robot. That's basically it. He does die in a pretty badass way. Oh, Mekomaru's not on here. He dies in a pretty badass way, so I don't mind that. But that was more to show off Gundam as well. So I think I put him in a good spot. I think he's done too many weird moments. Peko. I'm putting you in C, buddy. Ultimate Swordswoman. That's kind of cool. I like the glasses. I love the aesthetics. She looks slick. She tries to help out in the first trial pretty well. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good spot for her. She has a good murder mystery. I like her relationship with Kuzuryu. Rantaro Amami. We just don't get too much Rantaro moments, you know? Moving you down. There we go. Rantaro. Oh, D seems like a little excessive. All right, I moved people around a little bit. So Rentaro is just below Kotoko, and C minus. I couldn't give him a D. I think that Rentaro, he doesn't get too much time in the story, but even when you do his free time and you learn more about him, you know, it's disjointed. He's basically kind of like a rich boy that goes running around on adventures, and then I think at one point he's trying to save his sister, so that's kind of weird. I guess he has a sister, a bunch of them, I think. I don't know. I never really found him to be that interesting, and the Ultimate Survivor, etc., not that interesting. It was only interesting in the story in itself, not the backstory or anything like that. So that's where I'm putting him. I hate this person. You're getting F. I'm putting you below, right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Okay. So what's her name even? Ruka Ando. See, that's how much I care. I don't like you, Ruka Ando. She makes confection, and she just constantly, she makes this friend, and then she leeches off of them, and then whenever they don't do anything perfect, she shrieks at them, and she has a weird boyfriend. I don't know why they made a character like this, but it pissed me off so much. Ryoma Hoshi. Awesome. Okay. You're getting A tier, buddy. You're above Hajime. Ryoma is awesome. I love the guy. Great aesthetics. Cool backstory. Interesting design. I like the idea of him being the ultimate prisoner and the ultimate tennis player. I think that's really cool. And I like how he likes cats. He had a former girlfriend. He's basically Prince of Tennis. He has a super dark, deep voice. It's depressing. He has a sad end to him. He didn't deserve to go out like that. I know some people say, or what they say in the game, right? So one thing about Danganronpa V3 that I don't think people really like about it is that it's not, it's all on your point of view. And I don't mean your point of view, but like, people are telling stories in that game sometimes, and you just need to parse it out. So for example, Kirumi said, oh, he sensed my killing intent and he just gave up, so I whacked him with the broom, right? It's like, no, he turned around because he trusts you. He didn't want to die. There's no evidence he actually wanted to die necessarily. He didn't have a good moment, you know what I mean? And he was going through shit. But he didn't say, yeah, you should kill me right now. I mean, he said it in other times, but I don't know. It seems like Kirumi's just like, oh, I had killer intent, and he noticed. Who said that? You did, Kirumi. This is your intuition here? Fuck off. All right, so anywho, Ryoma, fantastic character. I love him so much. He's great. Oh, I hate this guy. Ryota Midori, the ultimate artist. Yeah, I'm putting him there. He's lame. He's quiet. He whines. He's just scared all the time. He lets Junko just walk in and like bully him around. Gives in Danganronpa 3, horrible character. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just don't like him. He's just not down my alley, man. So, ooh, Sakura. Sakura's A tier. There we go. All right, I moved Junko down to B. That's fine. I think she's a good mastermind and everything, but I like Sakura more. Sakura has some cool moments. I like her unaliving note to everyone. That was really cool. It was a pretty badass move. She's a brave lady. She has some really cool moments for her best friend, Aoi Asahina. Fantastic relationship. Yeah, all around, fantastic character. I love it. I love it so much. So, yeah, I think just putting her there, enough said. Ooh, Mizuno. Okay, I'm putting Mizuno right here in C. I do think the women's intuition thing's funny, and how, oh, I'm an Esper or whatever. And I also like the murder mystery that she basically created with Leon. She created it. Leon didn't do shit. Leon just kind of reacted, took the opportunity, you know? So, yeah, I think this is a good spot for her. Her motivation was interesting. It made sense. And, yeah, I'd like to get to know her more. I think she'd be a character that I would like to do. Another character I don't like. Put you there. F. Seiko is going to be an F tier. It's basically the same reason why I gave it to the confectionery chick. Like, the drama there is not interesting. I don't like the aesthetics of her. I don't also like that she had a way to... In Danganronpa 3, she had a way to cure the poison after hours of someone succumbing to the poison. That's some bullshit, bro. It's some bullshit, and it doesn't even make sense, you know? Because Mikan's like, oh, I just found the poison antidote on her body. What? And saved Kyoko. What? This doesn't make sense. And I don't like the design of her after she takes all those weird pills. And the killing that they're trying to do to each other is weird. Yeah, just fucking F tier. Oh. I actually like you a little bit more. This is the cute white... And that didn't come out right. The human bear, the one that sides with the humans in Ultra Just Bear Girls. I think it's Shirokuma. Shirokuma is pretty cool. Really cute design. I think Shirokuma is a boy. Is the official gender of them. And, yeah, I mean, has some really interesting moments. I think blows themselves up to stop all of the monsters or all the Monokumas from coming in or whatever. Pretty cool. Yes. Shuichi. It is time. Not A. S tier, baby. I fucking love Shuichi, man. My favorite protagonist. He's great. Ultimate detective. He has some fantastic moments in the story that makes him grow. I think he has the true emotion of the protagonist compared to the other two. And he has a fantastic confrontation at the end. And unlike the other characters, it's solely him that is basically winning the game, which is pretty cool, you know? And it gets me to like him more. I like his design for the most part. I think he should be a little bit more relaxed, because we have some pretty slacking designs with, like, Makoto wearing a hoodie. And, you know, he has a tie, but it seems a little loose on him and stuff. But he just looks a little bit more uptight with his costume, which is fine, because it's part of the aesthetics of him being the ultimate detective. Sonya, never mind. Never mind. Lol. No, she actually is going to be up higher. She's going to be a B tier. I'll put her here. Yeah. Right beneath Kizuryu. B tier. Makes sense. She is the ultimate princess. Kind of weird. Kind of funny. I thought she was going to be the traitor, because that doesn't make... There's this weird thing with Japan. They're just, like, so fascinated with, like, very, very small European countries existing. You know, we see it in Lupin the Third and other media. And this is no different. She's just a princess from a kingdom, and it doesn't make sense. I like her. I think she's a lot of fun. And yeah, I'll put her in B tier. She has some good moments. She's a survivor. I think we have all three of the 5 survivors right here. That's kind of cool. And yeah, she has some really funny moments. I like were you guys watching? I've done some horrible things in front of those cameras. It's like, you sure did, yeah. Like, I'll never be queen. I love it so much. It's so funny. It's so good. And yeah, comic relief. Has the love triangle with Gundam, I think, and Kazuichi. But, you know, her and Kazuichi are pretty chill guys. They like chill together. She has a pretty emotional core to her. Yeah, fantastic. I can't wait to see what they do with her in 2x2. All right, let's see who we got next. Oh, the ultimate blacksmith. Bottom D. You know, like, because he doesn't really do too much in this story. And I don't think he's that great of a guy, you know? And for some reason, they keep doing this dating the confectionery chick and stuff and having that weird three-way friendship. It seems like he was the third wheel in it, which is actually a good thing. It's just like, yeah, please get out of the way. That makes him better off. But yeah, that's it. Oh, this guy, we don't even actually, not a character. Look, he had one line in the anime, and then he was unconscious, I think, for all of Danganronpa 0. He's not a character. Just put him there. Ooh, Chihiro's dad. Yeah, I'll put you there. Yeah, C-. Not bad design. Cool to see Chihiro's dad. We do know that Chihiro and him worked together on a voice recognition system. That's pretty cool. He was working to open a door, and then I think Monokuma's kill him. I don't think it was like a self-sacrifice thing. I think, if I remember right, it was just like, I'm doing this thing, and then he goes and gets gone. So, yeah, I'll put him there. All right, that's, I think, Killer. All right. Tenko. Yeah, okay, I'll put Tenko here under C. I think I'll put Tenko right there. Yeah. Tenko, Neo Aikido is made up, and all it is just basically, you know, martial arts therapy. She's just a woman's activist that wants to help girls. Okay, I guess. And she, there's positives to her, but there's also negatives, which is just, I think the joke got old quick. Constantly doing the degenerate male and constantly talking about Himiko. That's why she's probably lower than a lot of the Danganronpa cast from V3. But yeah, I like her murder, I like her end, and her free time events are pretty interesting, actually, and they're a lot of fun to go through with her. And I think it's interesting to become her friend. Teru. We know why. Toko Fukawa. I really don't like Toko Fukawa. I like Genocider Jack more than Toko Fukawa. I'm going to put her down here in C-. Right here. Sounds good. Perfect. Okay, C-. She's annoying. She's crazy. She's I don't think she's that smart. She yells and screams at people, makes fun of people for no reason. Whenever she's not just pampered to. And yeah, that's basically her. I don't know why anybody would like her. In Ultra Despair Girls, there's a little bit more of a redemption for her, but I think Komaru comes more on top than she does, you know? I think Komaru's cooler than her. You know? So, I don't know. Next up, Tsumugi. Ooh, mastermind material. Yeah, I think I'm putting you in C tier. And I think we're going to put you right here. Yeah, there we go. Sounds good. Let's put the two blue-haired chicks next to each other. C rank Tsumugi. She pretty good mastermind for the most part, but in the end, the mastermind wasn't really her. She was just an embodiment of them. I think the ultimate cosplay thing would be cute and fun, but such a boring character. So lame. I'm just normal. I'm just average. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. Who cares about any of that? Oh, Tugami. Fat Tugami. The ultimate imposter. The big old question mark. I like this guy. He's pretty great. A tier, baby. He's a Chad and a half. I'll put you here. I'll put you above Sakura. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Perfect. Fantastic character. Super awesome. Wish we had a lot more of him in the story. His backstory, okay, but just that little bit of time that we got to spend with him is awesome. And in Danganronpa 3, definitely didn't leave me doubt in my mind that he's amazing. I love at the end whenever he pretends to be that weird guy with the sword. That's funny as shit, you know. And yeah, great character. All right, Hagakure, S tier. S tier Hagakure. I fucking love this guy. He's one of my favorite. Is my favorite Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc character. He's so funny. He's hilarious. He's great. I approve. And he has some really stupid moments, which I don't mind whatsoever. He survives. Chad and a half. And he has good handwriting. So pretty. Such a pretty handwriter. All right, everybody else. Okay, we got one more that I know. Yuta. We didn't get to spend much time with the boy, mainly because, like, they met and then he started swimming and then he dies. So, a little rough on him. I'll put him at high D. Not much to say about him other than Aoi's brother, aesthetics, etc. Okay, the rest of them are from Killer Killer and Danganronpa 0. And I'm not really going to be doing that. There's no reason for me to do that. So we're just going to there we go. Not applicable. We'll just throw all these guys in here. Not really too interested in going through them right now, but one of these days I'll go through them, including make sure I get through all of Danganronpa 0 and Danganronpa Killer Killer. I've been reading Danganronpa Killer Killer just now, and it's okay. That's about it. Like, so all of them are just non-applicable characters for the for this to work. So yeah, this is it. All right. Yeah, I think I feel pretty confident about this. I think it looks pretty good. So, you know, you tell me what you guys think of my list. How is your list different? Yeah, this is me grading the Danganronpa students, class, and everybody. And I think it's pretty good. I think I'm pretty fair on that. Go ahead and you guys let me know what you think about where I put them. Is there one that you think I completely messed up on? You're like, this is the one. Go ahead and comment down below about which one that is. I'm kind of curious about what you think. Put your arguments down. That's perfectly fine. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Professor Fair, signing off to you, YouTube land. Goodbye.